Jenny Flies a Polyp, and it's my first YouTube video in my completed office. I know it's been a while, but I love it. And today I wanted to talk about the medicines I've been taking for my bloating that have made a huge difference. And the great thing is they're over the counter. So I had my gallbladder removed in 2021. I started having chronic vomiting in 2022 around July. After my gallbladder removal, I started having a lot more gas, and the bloating got worse as the vomiting got worse, but I was expelling the gas with all my vomiting, so I wasn't getting too terribly bloated. Well, I found out that I have esophageal dysmotility, which is causing the vomiting, but then my bloating got worse because I wasn't expelling that gas anymore, and it was getting trapped, and it was very painful. And I'd be bloated severely all day long, in pain until the evenings. And that, of course, when you're bloated, that can affect your stools because the stool is trying to escape around the bloating that's trapped gas. And so sometimes it messes with your stools too. I had talked to my GI doctor about this. He ordered an x-ray, abdominal x-ray, that showed fine, nothing indication of an actual issue. And I mentioned it to my nephrologist too about that I was just really bothered by it. Now I do take simethicone. That's generic for things like Gas-X or Phazime. That's just the active ingredient. You can get simethicone online over the counter. I take 360 milligrams after I eat. And my nephrologist told me to start taking a tablespoon of aloe vera juice in the mornings. And if I was having a bad day, I could take another one later in the day. The thing is with aloe vera juice that if you drink too much, it can have a laxative effect. Now for me, I have short bowel syndrome, so I don't have a colon, and I have part of my small intestine, and I have a straight pull through. So it's not the typical anatomy for someone without a colon. That being said, a tablespoon of aloe vera juice does not worsen my stools. And she also told me to take digestive enzymes and probiotics with my meals. So I found over the counter some different products that I love. And my nephrologist, she had me send a picture of what I got, and she was good with it, thought it was a good one. So from Amazon, and this is not a sponsored video, this is just my experience with things. But I got these digestive enzymes, 1,000 milligrams by Wholesome Wellness. It's a blend. And the nice thing with it is that it has probiotics and prebiotics because the gut needs the prebiotics to help the probiotics work. So this one has 10 strains of 10 billion probiotic CFUs. It has prebiotics. This one has 180 capsules in it. I take one after my meals with my simethicone, and it makes a big difference. The serving size is 1 to 2 capsules. I just take one. It seems to work well. And there's 180 in here, and I've been using this for a month now. Haven't used it all up yet. Now, while it does help, it is not as effective if I don't take the aloe vera juice. So I started taking Lily of the Desert, and I started with a 16 ounce of the inner leaf, the inner fillet. And this one is a 32 ounce, and it is the whole leaf. Both of them were filtered. What I've noticed is that these are unflavored. I would recommend either getting flavored or adding flavoring to it, something like Crystal Light, because it doesn't have the best taste. It is not intolerable, but it reminds me of something that I had to take that kind of has some type of traumatic memory in my brain. I cannot place it. It makes my brain do that shake. I don't have the physical one, like, when you taste something that's really bad, but my brain wants to do it, and it's like, I don't like this. But I put like one of just those small 16 ounce flavoring packets for your drinks into the 16 ounce one. It covered that taste perfectly. It was wonderful. Now with the 32 ounce one, I used a drink mix that was for 2 quarts, and I had to use 2 of those mixes to get it to be a tolerable flavor that didn't have an aftertaste, a subtle underlying still of that weird taste that the unflavored ones have. And what I do is I just take a gulp of it straight from the bottle in the mornings. And the 16 ounce, it lasted about a month for me. Again, I get these off Amazon and it's helping. What I've noticed is that the first few days of starting aloe vera juice, I can notice a difference that day. But when I would go to the bathroom and expel the gas, it was a lot. And it was a lot. But over time, as I continued taking the aloe vera juice, that dissipated and it became much more normal for what someone without a colon has. And I don't have the bloating. I was worried about, sometimes I worry about being out somewhere and not being able to use the restroom, because it is working that gas through to dissolve the bloating. So sometimes you do need to use the restroom without a colon to expel that gas, because most of us can't really do that like a intact person can do. We need to use the restroom when we expel gas. But it's been helping, and I noticed if I don't take my aloe vera juice by day 2, I'm having a lot more bloating and pain again, and then my body kind of has to get adjusted again, acclimated to taking aloe vera juice again. Sometimes I kind of wait and I'll take it later in the day if I'm going to be busy that morning and worried about bathroom access. But overall, I am so glad that my nephrologist suggested these 2 medicines over the counter, because they have made a huge difference for me. I'm not having pain. I'm having a flat stomach, flat as I can have because of my scar tissue. But it's not having near the pain. It's been really helpful. So again, talk with your doctor about it though. If you are interested in things like this, always talk with your doctor about things. And they're affordable. I found them affordable over the counter online. You can even get things like this in stores, but get your doctor's, consent for you to try these things. Make sure it's okay for you if you're interested in things like this. And if you have a lot of bloating, what have you noticed that helps? Share with me. I'd love to hear it.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out Life's a Polyp blog and shop, and subscribe and like, and I'll talk to you soon.